clearing the dungeon gate within a fraction of the expected time astounds Anne, affirming Sung's exceptional abilities and potential. Anne's determination to recruit Sung intensifies, setting the stage for a pivotal confrontation between the two. The subsequent meeting between Sung and Anne illuminates the contrasting motivations and perspectives of the two characters. While Anne sees Sung as a strategic asset to be recruited, Sung remains nonchalant, prioritizing his independence and self-sufficiency. Anne's offer to join the White Tiger Guild underscores the guild's aspirations for dominance and prestige. However, Sung's refusal highlights his unwavering commitment to his personal goals and autonomy. As the episode concludes, the narrative shifts to various subplots and character interactions, further enriching the world of solo leveling. Sung's interactions with Jinho's family, a gift from Anne's deputy, and hints of a serial killer subplot add depth and complexity to the overarching narrative. The presence of Sung Jun-woo holds the potential to disrupt the established dynamics of guilds significantly. Currently, there exists a fragile equilibrium among the top 5 guilds in the country, each vying for the coveted number 1 spot. However, this balance is inherently precarious, as the introduction of another A or S rank hunter could entirely alter the landscape. And recognizing this potential, pins his hopes on Sung Jun-woo, believing that his unparalleled power could bring unprecedented success to the White Tiger Guild. This central theme permeates both the episode and the original novel, albeit with more depth and complexity in the latter. An essential aspect left unexplored in the anime adaptation is the profound significance of Sung's recruitment and its potential ramifications. Sung emerges as the most pivotal hunter to surface in years, and his decision to join a guild carries immense implications. Through a deeper dive into the novel, we uncover the intricacies of Anne's mission to recruit Sung and the pivotal role Sung would play in reshaping the guild landscape. Before delving further into the omitted details from the anime, returning to episode 10, the narrative unfolds across chapters 35-37 of the manhwa and chapters 35-45 of the web novel. While the manhwa largely adheres to the main plot, it is in the novel that we find substantial content concerning An's efforts to recruit Sung and the inner workings of guild life. Approximately 5 chapters delve into the intricacies of guild dynamics and An's role as the chief recruiter. The episode opens with a poignant conversation between Juhi and Sung, reflecting the strain in their relationship amidst Sung's escalating power. Juhi's struggle to navigate their interactions underscores the profound changes that Sung's strength has wrought. This scene sets a somber tone, marking Juhi's decision to retire and part ways with Sung. A seemingly inconsequential event, the arrival of a replacement phone for Sung, serves to tie up loose ends from previous episodes. This detail, while minor, adds depth to the narrative by addressing lingering threads, such as the nurse's persistent attempts to contact Sung. Jinho's unexpected choice of Anne for their raids reveals his commitment to discretion and efficiency. Sung's realization of Jinho's diligence underscores their evolving partnership and mutual respect. As Sung and Jinho embark on their raids, they encounter fellow hunters grappling with moral dilemmas and financial concerns. Sung's adept handling of these situations highlights his growing prowess as a hunter and strategic thinker. During their raids, Sung attains new levels and skills, including the advanced dagger technique and critical attack. These abilities enhance Sung's... Hey, baby. Whoa, hey, who are you?
I'm Sheila. You must be Julian.
What are you doing in my bathroom?
Rochelle.
Where's Rochelle?
She downstairs.
Rochelle!
I live next door.
Where?
Next door.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to smack you on you. I thought you would...
No, forget about it. It's all right.
What? didn't you let me know there were people in here?
I'm sorry. Nice meeting you, Julius. Girl, this color. Ah, look. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna mess this up. You got it, girl. No problem. You got it.
Next time, let me know when you got people in my house.
Okay.
Anybody else in here?
No.
If she found a strange man in her bathroom, she'd be nervous too.
What is wrong with my mail?
Now we could be hair twins. Peach, you're supposed to be doing science with me. That's boring. I want to do something dangerous. This is dangerous. We don't have an eye wash station. Let's go to the mall. Mom doesn't like the mall. She says the mannequins don't have enough clothes on. But I think it's because we're poor. We are poor. I do our taxes. Don't worry. I'll ask her. Ever since my parents got divorced, people can't say no to me. My mom promised she would take me to the mall to get me a new backpack, but she was so busy cleaning my dad's stuff out of the garage that I think she forgot.
Oh, of course I can take you. Anything you need.
Thank you, Mrs. Cooper. Will you marry me? Why are you taking a backpack to the mall? This is my mall safety kit. Earplugs to drown out crowd noise, wet naps to wipe down escalator handrails, a compass, a map of the mall, and a whistle in case I get lost or approached by a woman holding a perfume bottle. You want to stuff them in there, right? No.
Hey, Paige, where should we go to get your backpack?
The Hello Kitty store. I would help you find it, but this subpar mall map isn't even oriented north. Let's go.
All right, have fun at the Hello Kitty store and meet me at the fountain in half an hour.
Just to be clear, there are no actual kitties, right? This isn't the Hello Kitty store.
No.
Hot topic. What's the topic? Devil worship? Hey, you know there's a bow tie section in the back? Why would they hide that in the back? Ooh. What's that? Body glitter? That's so much better than regular glitter. Then buy it. I don't have any money. Steal it. No, my mom would kill me. Fine. Your mom can't punish me. I didn't see any bow ties, just a shirt with a bad word on it. What did you put in your pocket? Nothing. Are you guys stealing? Because if you are, I am prepared to literally blow the whistle on you. Hey? Hey, relax, you're just playing around. Let's just get out of here. Good. Everyone behind the counter has an earring where an earring does not belong.
Hey, Sugar, you looking for a date?
No, I want to find Beverly Hills. Can you give me directions?
Sure. So, who are the top pirates right now? Is anyone our age making a name for themselves?
Our age? Let me think. Girls are crazy for some cabin something guy.
Oh, yeah?
Well, nobody is on my level just yet, but each sea has their own tough guy, and one of them just might make it big someday.
Like who? Like who?
Kid in the South Blue, and Law in the North, and Veggie in the West.
Oh.
But the toughest one is going to show up a few years from now, and that's my brother. You'll see, he's going to make a big wave.
You know the love was X-rated, that's how we made it. Drinking out balance of patience, watch how you take it. Can't keep no bitches, it's too dangerous. A big ass rated, took everything over the taking. I couldn't save it.
So, who are the top pirates right now? Is anyone our age making a name for themselves?
Our age? Let me think. The girls are crazy for some cabin something guy.
Oh, yeah?
Well, nobody is on my level just yet, but each sea has their own tough guy, and one of them just might...
Paano nga daw ba ako nakakakuha ng mga kliyente sa ibang bansa at magkano ang kinikita ko sa pagdodrawing? At paano ko rin daw ba ito ipinapashift? Ilan lamang yan sa mga nababasa kong comment nyo sa comments.
So apparently Ron Garcia has seen the pack. Huwag nang hihimatay pag nakita.
Ano masasabi mo doon sa isang tao na nino-normalize yung pagkakaroon ng maraming asawa? Ang naging dahilan niya is kung si Solomon nga, na anak ng Diyos, ang pinakamatay ng tao, nagkaroon ng maraming asawa.
Meron akong konting idea kung sino tinutukoy mo baka sinubuhin ako ito yun. Ito ang sagot ko ron. Si Solomon na maraming asawa, tinuro ba niyang magparami ng asawa? Ito ang usapan. Kasi siya maraming asawa. Pero hindi ibig sabihin mali yung ginawa ng kung sino man. Ikagalahin yung pagkakamali. So, isang dami ng mga bagay na ginawa tanga ni Solomon yung pagkakamali pa yung ginaya mo. Sige, umanap ka ng talatang tinuro ni Solomon na parang hindi na kasama. Umanap ka. Alam mo, pinayagan lang yan. Magkaiba yung pinayagan sa tinopromote yung pagpaparami. Eh kahit sa Islam, hindi naman pinopromote yung pagpaparami ng asawa eh. Tingnan mo, isla tayo. Sige, isla tayo. Bago ka magkaroon ng aking asawa na isla, bago ka magkaroon ng pangalawang asawa, merong requirement, kailangan in-approve ang kamuna ng Sharia court. Hindi yan parang kailangan ng kung sino matinapag mo ng asawa nyo na yun. Babae mo lang, hindi mo naman pinakasalan. Hindi mo rin pinagpaalam kahit kanino. Sa korte ng Pilipinas o sa korte ng Sharia. Hindi ganun. Kasi ano nangyayari? Pagka ganun ka, kinukuha mo lang yung privilege. Pero, hindi mo pinaninindigan yung responsibilidad na kailangan mo pakasalan yan. Ngayon, paano mo ngayon paniliwanag yan? O sige, sabihin mo yan. Si Sinaman, maraming asawa. O, maraming asawa siya naman. Pero mga sila na kinopromote niya yung paparami ng asawa. O meron ganun. Nakakal pa siya para hindi yung asawa niyo. Wala namang ganun. Ang nababasa mo pa. Yun nasa Deuteronomio. 17, huwag kang magpaparami ng asawa. Yun ang mismo sinabi ng Diyos. Hindi sumunod si Solomon doon eh. Ano kayo na naging ending ni Solomon? Mismo Diyos nagalit sa kanya. Dahil doon sa isa sa mga babae niya, dahil pinagtayo niya ng mataas na buhok ni Baal. Yan ang hindi pinag-uusapan sa lipunan. Hindi dahil may batayan ka na ginawa ng isang propeta, eh ibig sabihin tama na. Yun ang sagot ko. At mas malawak pa yan pag may pumalag sa akin ng debate.
Forever and ever, side by side. Pila nga.
By my side. Forever and ever side A side B. What's that?
Pala yung gulay. Almusal mo na ba?
Yeah.
Teka, di ka ba magkukotse? Tsaka yung mga asan yung bodyguards mo?
They're just around.
Oo nga, pero hindi ka nga magkukotse.
Because I wanna walk.
Okay ba sa baby yun?
I just need to exercise, okay?
Ay, dandan lang. Slow mo lang dapat.
Hey! Sabihin mo lang kasi na tinatamad ka maglakad.
Hindi na, tanong mo si Bingo eh.
Whatever.
Hello? Oo naman, miss na kita. Baka nagpupuyat ka na naman ha, ayoko nang ganun. Ingatan mo yung sarili mo. Oo, pag nakaipon ako, uuwi ako agad dyan. Tapos araw-araw kumamasahin yung paa mo with scented candles para relax, di ba? Sige, love you din. Mas miss kita. Oh, take care, cause I care. Sige, bye-bye. Oh, bago ka magselos, nanay ko to ha. Inaw ko lang.
I don't care.
Hindi ako nag-chicks, no? Hindi pa, hanggat hindi ko pa nakakonfirm na walang tumutugong baby dyan sa tiyan mo.
Sana mo nga.
Children who come from dysfunctional families don't have big dreams. They only dream of having a home without slamming doors, parents shouting at each other, and everyone just fighting their own battle. They dream of having a home which is calm and quiet. Many abused children cling to the hope that growing up will bring escape and freedom. Trauma is personal. It does not disappear if it is not validated. Dissociation is the common response of children to repetitive, overwhelming trauma and holds the untenable knowledge out of awareness. The losses and the emotions engendered by the assaults on soul and body cannot, however, be held indefinitely. In the absence of effective, restorative experiences, the reactions to trauma will find expression. As the child gets older, he will turn the rage in upon himself or act it out on others, else it all will turn into madness.
Georgie, how was your day?
My brother told the entire school we can't afford cable.
What about the dwarf? Sup, Swamp Fry?
Is he a girl I'm saying? Tell your girlfriend to wear clothes.
Has had sex. What'd you bitch about?
You know what? Mark has a twin brother who's even more evil than he is. Watching him like, did you get my ring?
What are they wagering? Oh, the only thing we have years of service. So any crew member can be challenged. Right. Anyone. I challenge Davy Jones. The stakes. My soul. An eternity of servitude. No. Against. I want this. How do you know the key? That's not part of the game, is it? You can still walk away. What's this? I'm in. A cheese wager. No. Don't do this. Nice cast. I bid 3 twos. It's your bid, Captain. 4 fours. 4 fives. 6 threes. 7 fives. 8 fives. Welcome to the crew life. 12 fives. 12 fives. Call me a liar. Rub the pen. Boots up, Bill. You're a liar, and you will spend an eternity on this ship. Good on you lose. It was never about winning or losing. The key. You just wanted to know where it was.
You're here.
If one day you suddenly become rich, please remember these 10 things. 1. Don't tell anyone, including your parents. 2. Pay off all debts owed to friends, banks, and online first. 3. This money has already been transferred to your card. Don't transfer it out. Put it in for 6 months first. 4. Don't buy a house immediately or rent a house in a high-end neighborhood. 5. Don't rush to quit your job immediately. 6. Don't buy a car or luxury goods yet. 7. Don't partner in business with friends, relatives, or classmates. 8. If you have children, you must do everything possible to prevent them from knowing that you are rich. 9. Maintain the status quo when everything has never happened. 10. Big data will not be pushed indiscriminately. When you browse this video, how to spot a liar instantly. This is extremely powerful and will turn any human into a lie detector. Number 1, you must watch of how often they blink. Normal humans blink 5 to 6 times per minute. Someone who knows they are lying will blink 5 to 6 times in rapid succession. Now here's where things delve deeper. Apart from the blink rate, there are 2 primary indicators you must keep an eagle's eye on. Their eyes and their dominant hand. The eyes, as they say, are windows to the soul, and they can give away a lot more than one might think. If you're conversing with a right-handed individual and you ask them to recount an event, watch their eye movements closely. If their eyes drift upwards and to the left, it's an indication that they are tapping into their memory reservoir, suggesting honesty. Now, left-handed people will display the exact opposite pattern when recalling genuine memories. When they are lying, their gaze shifts upwards and to the right. This movement signifies they're accessing the creative portion of their brain, which means they are creating a lie.
Nilagay ng lalaki ang kanyang
When a person is distant from God, foul spirit will accompany that person. And then, what happened to that person?
Big deal sa akin yung kasalanan, wala akong pakialam. Kung ano trato mo sa akin, ganun din trato ko sa'yo. May respeto ka sa akin, may respeto rin ako sa'yo. Tito Mars, mag-ausap kami na doon nakaraan eh. Magkakwentuhan kami Tito Mars na doon nakaraan. Wala masyadong issue sa akin yung pagiging bakla, boy. Wala issue sa akin yan. Tao ako, tao
sila, nilarespeto ako, nilarespeto ko rin sila. Wala akong pakialam. Gano'n kasimple. Next question.
Eto sir, may question ako. Anong masasabi mo sa mga lalaking merong mommy issues or daddy issues?
Resulta ang bottom line. Kahit ano pang mommy issues mo, kahit ano pang daddy issues mo, pag resultado ka, tignan mo, pati yung mommy issues, daddy issues, resolvado rin. Kasi nakatitig ka na sa resulta eh. Kumbaga may mga trophy ka dito, hindi na importante struggles mo. Eto mga trophy diyan ka na nakatitig maghapon. Tapos gawa ka uli bago trophy. Tapos gawa ka uli bago trophy. Gawa ka uli bago trophy. Gawa ka uli bago trophy. Tapos tignan mo, pagdating ng dulo ng buhay mo, tinitignan mo na yung mga trophy na yun, hindi mo na iniisip yung daddy issues, mommy issues mo. Ang importante na sa'yo, ano resulta mo. Yun ang bottom line. When you look back into your life, you would want your life to be fulfilled. And you would not want your life to revolve around your issues. Pag niresolba mo yung mga problema mo, pag gumawa ka ng maraming resulta, pagdating sa dulo, yung resulta yung ino-audit mo pabalik at hindi yung mga problema mo. Yun ang sagot ko. Next question.
Ano daw gagawin niya kung yung babaeng nililigawan niya is marami pang
Partner mo na lalaki, mamas boy. Nakatiring lalaki yung ganun. Masakit sa ulo yan. Huwag kang pipili ng ganyang klase ng lalaki. Pili ka muna ng iba. Kaya mo muna bumature yan kasi sign of immaturity yun eh. Diba? Nakatikit masyado sa magulang. Ayaw humiwalay. Ilang taong ka na? 20, 30. Ayaw mo pala humiwalay sa magulang mo. Immature pa yan. Paano ko nasabing immature? Hindi pa nga niya kaya buto-buto niya sarili niya. Lalaki siya, hindi pa nga siya marunong mag-handle ng emosyon. Supposed to be, pag lalaki ka, ang hinahandle mo resulta, hindi emosyon. Resulta dapat yung binibilang mo, hindi emosyon. Ang problema, yung lalaki, ayaw umiwalay sa magulang niya, ang utos na Diyos sa Biblia, simple. Iiwan ng lalaki at babae ang kanyang ama at ang kanyang ina, at ang dalawa'y magsasama, hindi na sila dalawa, kundi isang laman. Paano mo iniisang laman yung ayaw umiwalay sa magulang? Hindi naman kasi ang ibig sabihin niya, nakatira sa magulang o nakatira sa ibang lugar. Hindi ganun. Pero ang ibig sabihin niya, dinidiktahan pa rin ng magulang niya kahit matanda na siya. Tapos hindi makakalas at hindi kayang gumawa ng sariling desisyon para sa sarili niya, lalaki ka pa naman. Katiring lalaki yung ganun. Sorry pili ka ng ganyan lalaki, tignan mo, magkakaproblema ka. Diyan nagkagaling yung mga sakit ng ulo sa biyanan eh. Pinakakialaman yung buhay ng mag-asawa na kahit kasal na. Masakit sa ulo yan. Huwag kang pipili ng ganyang klase ng lalaki. Hindi pa kaya tumindig sa sarili niya. Pagka ganong klase hindi pa marunong mag-desisyon para sa sarili, kukonsulta pa sa magulang, sasakit ang ulo mo dyan kasi hindi leader yan.
Read? Muhammad can neither write nor read.
But he can speak.
What did you say? He can speak? Well, so can you. So now you speak up, young man. What does Muhammad say?
They are God's words, not his.
Which gods? What words? A speaking God? Your Muhammad speaks only to himself.
When God reveals his message to Muhammad, he remembers every word. Then he tells it to those who can write. This is the Quran.
Muhammad has starved himself into dreams. He hides under a blanket with his eyes shut.
His eyes are shut, but his heart is open.
You, kick him for his cleverness.
There's no purpose in that. Doesn't Muhammad realize we live by giving housing to the gods? We own the Kaaba. Every year the tribes of Arabia come here to Mecca to pray and to buy from us. Now were we to replace 300 gods with just one, whom we cannot even see, we're supposed to be in Taif and Medina, here in my house, in Jerusalem, on the moon. Where would Mecca be then? The gods are both our worship and our revenue.
You cannot buy and sell God.
Young man, you are close to the whip. Come on. Be sensible, boy.
I have a question. Muhammad teaches you a slave is equal to his master. Is Black Bilal, whom I paid money for, equal to me?
Yes. Muhammad says, before God, all men are as equal as the teeth of a comb.
It is a very pleasant idea to slaves and beggars. It gives them pretensions.
Bilam, teach this man the difference between a lord of Mecca and a slave. Take that whip. Lash his face to teach his mouth a lesson. Whip him! Whip him! Catch! Whip him!
Time, Pa.
Obey them. They'll kill you. Until then, please make yourself at home. Here.
That should be fine. Sabi ni Fuji, Sir, okay lang ba sa mga bata na narcissist ang mga magulang na kino-convert sila sa ibang bata?
Hindi na narcissism. Be careful of diagnosing your parents. Baka nagdudunong-dunungan kayo, sabihin ng narcissist sa magulang mo. Ang dahilan lang pala kung bakit kayo dinunong para sa ibang bata. Kasi gusto ng magulang ninyo na maging magaling kayo sa buhay. And they don't have the intellectual capability para ipaliwanag sila na ganito naman, ganito pa naman. Kaya ang kaya lang nilang sabihin, nakagaling sila doon, sana katulad si Rina. Pero totoo ibig nila sabihin doon, sana maging magaling ka. Parang hindi ko naman nabukasan na wala ako.
Sabi ni Fuji, Sir, okay lang ba sa mga bata na
Everybody loves a hero. People line up for them, cheer them, scream their names. Years later, they'll tell how they stood in the rain for hours just to get a glimpse of the one who taught him to hold on a second longer. I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble, and finally allows us to die with pride, even though sometimes we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most. Even our dreams. Spider-Man did that to Henry. He wonders where he's gone. He needs him. Everybody loves a hero. People line up for them, cheer them, scream their names. Years later, they'll tell how they stood in the rain for hours just to get a glimpse of the one who taught him to hold on a second longer. I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble, and finally allows us to die with pride, even though sometimes we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most. Even our dreams. Spider-Man did that to Henry. He wonders where he's going.
Marisrangal, pinagtripan.
Mga Jensen ngayon, napakabahalan.
What are you doing in here? Well, I didn't want you to be lonely. Well,
Thank you. But I'm kind of preparing for a race. I need a little quiet.
Oh, right. We're exploring. Life is so much easier.
Karamihan sa mga mahihirap na
Totoo, sa magulang ba nakasalali ang pagyaman?
lahat, mas masama ba ang mayan?
Man slept on the beach for 3 days and 3 nights, but when he woke up and looked around, he was shocked to find his crew lying on the beach asleep. Then he walked over to the crew until he saw their white face.
Go, Miming, go.
So you're going to teach me how to talk proper like a micro-lady? Don't be absurd. You are going to win. Belief is a skill. Belief requires so much development. It's hard to believe things that you can't see. It's hard to believe when you're skinny or overweight that you can have a six-pack and that you can have a crazy physique. It's hard when you're poor to believe that one day you can be rich. It's hard to believe when your mama's working a 9 to 5 or 2 jobs that you can actually retire in a couple years. It's hard to believe these things, but if you can actually sit there and have a conversation with yourself and believe that all things are possible, then everything is possible. Because, like I said, it all starts with the mind, and the mind is the controlling factor of everything. And once you can take control of your mind and believe that all things are possible, the sky's the limit. Belief is a skill. Belief requires so much development. It's hard to believe things that you can't see. It's hard to believe when you're skinny or overweight that you can have a six-pack and that you can have a crazy physique. It's hard to believe that one day you can be rich. It's hard to believe when your mama's working a 9 to 5 or 2 jobs that you can actually retire in a couple years. It's hard to believe these things. You can actually sit there and have a conversation with yourself and believe that all things are possible, that everything is possible. Because, like I said, I was ashamed of myself. I realized life is just too complicated. I was ashamed of myself when I realized Whatever they said about you, use it as fucking fuel. Ignite that motherfucker inside you. Show them who you are. Prove them all fucking wrong. Every one of them. Whatever they said about you, use it as fucking fuel. Ignite that motherfucker inside you. Show them who you are. Prove them all fucking wrong. Every one of them. Whatever they said about you, use it as fucking fuel. Ignite that motherfucker inside you. Show them who you are. Prove them all fucking wrong. Every one of them. Whatever they said about you. You
be careful around the people that hate in the form of jokes. They're not joking, they're just camouflaging their jealousy. Be careful around the people that hate in the form of jokes. They're not joking, they're just camouflaging their jealousy. Be careful around the people that hate in the form of jokes. They're not joking, they're just camouflaging their jealousy. Be careful around the people that hate in the form of jokes. They're not joking, they're just camouflaging their jealousy. Be careful around the people that hate in the form of jokes. They're not joking, they're just camouflaging.
Check out this conversation. Clickety clack. Side feet. Wow. Next month. Animation. Star location. So aspiration. Check out this conversation. Clickety clack. Side feet. Wow. Next month. Animation. Star location. So aspiration. Check out this conversation. Clickety clack. Side feet. Wow. Next month. Animation. Star location. So aspiration. Check out this conversation. Clickety clack. Side feet. Wow. Next month. Animation.
All my friends are flexing on me with their new parents bought a car. So there's nothing wrong with that. I think your parents are supposed to buy you a car. I just didn't have that. So I had no opportunity from anyone around me to give me my first car. I knew it was all on me. I had to hustle, and I got my first Jeep. I picked it out. Then I posted up for sale. Next thing I knew, I sold it, made a profit, and I bought another truck. It kept going from there all the way to me having like a brand new F-250 Platinum when I was 17 years old on American Force wheels, all paid off. I just didn't want to believe it. All my friends are flexing on me with their new parents bought a car.
Now we live in a world where if you launch a business and it fails, I promise you ain't gonna starve to death. If you live in 90% of the world, nobody starves.
I'm done apologizing. I am done being persecuted. You may have planned to manipulate my heart, but unfortunately for you, I don't have a heart that can be manipulated. I asked God to take my habit away. God said no. It is not for me to take away, but for you to give it up. I asked God to grant me patience. God said no. Patience is a byproduct of tribulations. It isn't granted, it is earned. I asked God to give me happiness. God said no. I give you blessings. Happiness is up to you. I asked God to spare me pain.
God said no. Suffering draws you apart from worldly cares and brings you closer to me. I asked God to make my spirit grow. God said no. You must grow on your own. But I will prune you to make you fruitful. I asked for all things that I might enjoy in life. God said no. I will give you life so that you may enjoy all things. Then I asked God to help me love others as much as He loves me. God said, finally, you get the idea. I asked God to take my habit away. God said no. It is not for me to take away, but for you to give it up. I asked God to grant me patience. God said, no. Patience is a byproduct of tribulations. It isn't granted, it is earned. I asked God to give me happiness. God said no. I give you blessings. Happiness is up to you. I asked God to spare me pain. God said no. Suffering draws you apart from worldly cares and brings you closer to me. I asked God to make my spirit grow. God said no. You must grow on your own. But I will prune you to make you fruitful. I asked for all things that I might enjoy in life. God said no. I will give you life so that you may enjoy all things. Then I asked God to help me love others as much as He loves me. God said, finally, you get the idea. I asked God to take my habit away. God said no. It is not for me to take away, but for you to give it up. I asked God to grant me patience. God said, no. Patience is a byproduct of tribulations. It isn't granted, it is earned. I asked God to give me happiness. God said no. I give you blessings. Happiness is up to you. I asked God to spare me pain. God said no. Suffering draws you apart from worldly cares and brings you closer to me. I asked God to make my spirit grow. God said no. You must grow on your own. But I will prune you to make you fruitful. I asked for all things that I might enjoy in life. God said no. I will give you life so that you may enjoy all things. Then I asked God to help me love others as much as He loves me. God said, finally, you get the idea. I asked God to take my habit away.
He was like, champions are broken. People look at champions and try and find something that that champion has that they don't have. He's like, but it's not that at all. He's like, they lack something everyone else has, which is an off button. They just don't stop.
Gotta be a little bit gone to do it. You're not all there. You gotta be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that. That's why I don't know about nothing else. I do not pay attention to nothing else. You gotta want it. As bad as you want to breathe. If you want it that bad, if you're willing to give it that much, you get a big piece of what you want. And dreams do come true. Anything you want can happen, become a reality.
He was like, champions are broken. People look at champions and try and find something that that champion has that they don't have. He's like, but it's not that at all. He's like, they lack something everyone else has, which is an off button. They just don't stop.
Gotta be a little bit gone to do it. You're not all there. You gotta be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that. That's why I don't know about nothing else. I do not pay attention to nothing else. You gotta want it. As bad as you want to breathe. If you want it that bad, if you're willing to give it that much, you get a big piece of what you want. And dreams do come true. Anything you want can happen, become a reality.
He was like, champions are broken. People look at champions and try and find.
If somebody ever hears, I'm letting you know, I'm missing my moment, I'm missing my opportunity. That voice that you're hearing is not the voice of God. That's not how God talks. He speaks for you. It's okay. But God, someone's rushing past me. They're winning the race. They're not in your race. They have a different race. They're not beating you. As long as you walk with Him, you can never be late to the If somebody ever missing my opportunity. That voice that you're hearing is not the voice of God. That's not how God talks. He speaks for me. It's okay. God, someone's rushing past me. They're winning the race. They're not in the race. They have a different race. They are not me. As long as you walk with Him, you can never be late to Him. If somebody ever hears, I'm late. Yep. I'm missing my moment. I'm missing my opportunity. That voice that you're hearing is not the voice of God. That's not how God talks. He speaks for me. Good. It's okay. But God, someone's rushing past me. They're winning the race. They're not in the race. They have a different race. They are not me. As long as you walk with Him, you can never be late to Him. If somebody ever hears, I'm late. Yep. I'm missing my moment. I'm missing my opportunity. That voice that you're hearing is not the voice of God. That's not how God talks. He speaks for me. Good. It's okay. But God, someone's rushing past me. They're winning the race. They're not in the race. They have a different race. They are not me. As long as you walk with Him, you can never be late to Him. If somebody ever hears, I'm late. Yep. I'm missing my moment. I'm missing my opportunity. That voice that you're hearing is not the voice of God. That's not how God talks. He speaks for me. Good. It's okay. But God, someone's rushing past me. They're winning the race. They're not in the race. They have a different race. They are not me. As long as you walk with Him, you can never be late to Him. If somebody ever hears, I'm late. Yep. I'm missing my moment. I'm missing my opportunity. That voice that you're hearing is not the voice of God. That's not how God talks. He speaks for me. Good. It's okay. But God, someone's rushing past me. They're winning the race. They're not in the race. They have a different race. They are not me. As long as you walk with Him, you can never be late to Him.
I laugh every time I hear people saying, yeah, you know, I don't like working for other people. So, you know, I want to work for myself because I want to set my own hours. Yeah, right. Let me tell you what, when you work for yourself, there's no Christmas, no fucking Easter. There's none of that shit when you work for yourself. In the early days, you're working through all those holidays. The easiest way to keep a man is giving home.
Andrew Tate said, having things isn't fun. Getting things is fun. Another way to look at this is, any accomplishment is just a new higher bar for you to get over in future. I see this in my own work. Andrew Tate said, having things isn't fun. Getting things is fun. Another way to look at this is, any accomplishment is just a new higher bar for you to get over in future. I see this in my own work. Andrew Tate said, having things isn't fun. Getting things is fun. Another way to look at this is, any accomplishment is just a new higher bar for you to get over in future. I see this in my own work. Andrew Tate said, having things isn't fun. Getting things is fun. Another way to look at this is, any accomplishment is just a new higher bar for you to get over in future. I see this in my own work. Andrew Tate said, having things isn't fun. Getting things is fun.
Another way to look at this is any accomplishment is just a new higher bar for you to get over in future. I see this in my own work. Andrew Tate said, having things isn't fun. Getting things is fun.
So you go to sleep, wake up, to work, go to sleep, wake up, work, and then some days you not do that for a while. Go to sleep, wake up.
So you want to become a millionaire? The first thing you need to understand is that time doesn't actually exist. It's just a way to control you. Even in the days of the week, your pets don't know the difference between a Monday and a Friday. We're told that the week is for work and weekends are for fun. But this is all to brainwash you to thinking life is all about paying bills, working for the weekend, and then dying. Ever since I've stopped thinking this way and started my own business, I've done whatever I want, whenever I want. So you want to become a millionaire? The first thing you need to understand is that time doesn't actually exist. It's just a way to control you. Even in the days of the week, your pets don't know the difference between a Monday and a Friday. We're told that the week is for work and weekends are for fun. But this is all to brainwash you to thinking life is all about paying bills, working for the weekend, and then dying. Ever since I've stopped thinking this way and started my own business, I've done whatever I want, whenever I want. So you want to become a millionaire? The first thing you need to understand is that time.
Hey, I'm Scott from Cognition AI, and today I'm really excited to introduce you to Devin, the first AI software engineer. Let me show you an example of Devin in action. I'm going to ask Devin to benchmark the performance of Llama on a couple different API providers. From now on, Devin is in.
Here's one of the great equations that goes back 2,000 or 3,000 years before Christ. Thought times emotion equals reality. In other words, a thought that is disconnected from emotion has no effect. An emotion that is not guided by thought is just chaos. But a clear thought backed by an emotion. And the emotion can be one of desire, I really want that, or it can be one of fear, I'm afraid of trying. In either case, the thought times the emotion equals the reality. So if you can think of doubling your income and think of all the reasons why you like to do it, and all the difference it would make in your life and your practice and what you could do for your family, and you get pretty excited about that, thought times that emotion is very healthy, and it begins to materialize, almost like a Polaroid photograph used to develop, it begins to materialize in your reality. Here's one of the great equations that goes back 2,000 or 3,000 years before Christ. Thought times emotion equals reality. In other words, a thought that is disconnected from emotion has no effect. An emotion that is not guided by thought is.
To become a millionaire, the first thing you need to understand is that time doesn't actually exist. It's just a way to control you. Even in the days of the week, your pets don't know the difference between a Monday and a Friday. We're told that the week is for work and weekends are for fun. But this is all to brainwash you into thinking life is all about paying bills, working for the weekend, and then dying. Ever since I've stopped thinking this way and started my own business, I've done whatever I want, whenever I want. I become a millionaire.
After I dropped out of college, after 1 year, unfortunately my dad, who was in Latvia, he had passed away in a car crash. That's when I really realized, okay, well, I gotta stop doing all this, going out, partying, playing video games, because it's just me and my mom now. Like I said, I don't have any siblings, no brothers, sisters. It's just me and my mom. I have to man up. This is why I say we have this for a reason. That's when my mind just completely shifted. I feel like I became a man that day. I said, right, listen, I need to make money. That's number one. After I dropped out of college, after 1 year,
I was born with something inside me that refuses. Reminder that if you.
It's only brothers that agree with you, understand your worldview, who have enough honor to die beside you, enough dignity to do the right thing, call on when things go wrong. You're a man going through life without any kind of brotherhood, without any kind of fraternity. You're a certain. It's only brothers that agree with you, understand your worldview, who have enough honor to die beside you, enough dignity to do the right thing, call on when things go wrong. You're a man going through life without any kind of brotherhood, without any kind of fraternity. You're a certain. It's only brothers that agree with you, understand your worldview, who have enough honor to die beside you, enough dignity to do the right thing, call on when things go wrong. You're a man going through life without any kind of brotherhood, without any kind of fraternity. You're a certain. It's only brothers that agree with you, understand your worldview.
Right now, I'm probably managing close to 7.
Okay, so now you pick. Stop.
why more and more online business videos are popping out? Well, because it works. If you're a mom or a parent like me,
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
People say you can't do that. You can do anything. We are God's highest form of creation. There is nothing on the planet that will equal us.
Every bad thing that has ever happened to you is your fault. Now I use the word fault to shake people up, that you are never, ever, ever, ever a victim unless you choose to be. Everything in your life will change. You're always in control.
And a man.
A man provides. If you don't protect what belongs to you, then sooner or later it belongs to someone else. It goes for your land, your woman, your home, your country, everything. It is your job as a man to protect it. The story of the whole goddamn world.
You don't hate yourself. You don't think you suck. You're not an imposter. You're not insecure. Somebody taught you that.
2008, we had the third consecutive failure of the Falcon rocket for SpaceX. Tesla almost went bankrupt. We closed our financing round 6 p.m. Christmas Eve, 2008. It was the last hour of the last day that it was possible. We would have gone bankrupt 2 days afterwards. And I put most those up rough. If things had just gone a little bit the other way, both companies would be dead.
The reason there's going to be a billion motivational views today on YouTube is that people love the feeling of being motivated. They don't like putting in the work to do something about the feeling.
For 10 years, I heard every person I know making fun of me. I heard every person I know telling me that I was wasting my time. I bet every I know when I tell them what we're gonna do, and by the way, we've done it by now, laugh at me. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that.
You know, very few people bet on the underdog. But if you would have, you would have won big. And that happened to be us. We bet on ourselves.
Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week. And then all those things prove the odds of success.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living."
Do you think Elon Musk has work-life balance? No. Do you think Steve Jobs, when he was alive, had work-life balance? No. Do you think Bill Gates? No. Henry Ford? No. Original Heineken? No. So if none of those people that created the wealth of the world had work-life balance, why do you think you're going to have it? Why? Because you deserve it? I don't think so. You deserve what you get in life by working hard.
I'll say this again, but sometimes you have to let other people's dreams for your life die for yours to live.
At the end of the day, only execution matters. So if you have big dreams, if you have goals, something that you're trying to accomplish in your life, you're going to have to execute against that.
If you're willing to pay the price, and you're willing to do the work, and you're willing to take the time, and you're willing to consistently get up when you are knocked down over and over and over again, which is going to happen to you if you're pursuing anything outside of the norm, you can make it here in America.
When you have passion around something, that you are squeezing every last bit of the juice out of the orange, right? To me, hustle is maximizing the energy you're putting into somebody. I'm blown away by people saying that they're hustling and they want to achieve these great things, and then their actions don't match. It's like saying you really want to lose weight while eating a Big Mac, right? So to me, hustle would be putting all your effort into achieving the goal at hand. And for me, that means making every minute count. I hate any entrepreneur that is sad. like, you know what I mean? It's always hard. Like, it's always going to be hard. It's hard when it's a bubble because everything's under $50,000 for a $40,000 workout, right? It's hard when it blows because there's no money and nobody's buying and nobody's believing. It's always hard.
Sometimes you have to let other people's dreams for your life die for yours to live. And for me, it was like when I continued to every day not want to wake up, that was my wake up call. Where I was like, either I continue to live this way and not want to be alive, or I just risk the fact that I'll die to everybody else. And I think that like it was the hardest decision of my entire life, by far. All the hard stuff I went through, still the hardest decision.
Fall forward. This is what I mean. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success.
My truth in my experience has been I have to jump higher, I have to show up earlier, I have to be the first person to turn off the light and the last person to turn off the light. I have to make sure that every number is correct and every T is crossed and every die is dotted. The way that I show up is by being consistent, so consistent that people cannot doubt your capacity to succeed. You have to work harder than the average person. And if you accept those terms, you cannot complain about those terms. I have only known success on the back of consistency. Do I think you could be a success without being consistent? Perhaps, if you have other resources and tools that I was never given. But coming from where I am, my perspective has only been consistency, and the discipline has been everything that I have ever gotten on the back of doing it again and again and again. It is what I teach, it is what I preach, it is what I believe.
Play it out. What if you just never do anything? Like, maybe some people just need to stop dreaming. Maybe they need to accept their current reality and actually enjoy it. Because there's a lot of people when they're 70 and 80 and they did do their dreams, and if they went back, like, they didn't do anything, but that whole time they were dissatisfied because they didn't try. But what if they were just like, I have a good life. I have a wife who loves me. I've got some kids. I have a job that I don't mind it. It pays the bills. I mean, if you go back 500 years, most people are like, man, this is my passion. It's like, dude, I'm just rowing a boat across a ferry, and that's what I do, and that's what my dad did, and his dad did. Like, this is how we eat. And so, like, we have these idealized versions of purpose that I think Instagram and all this stuff kind of make terrible. But, like, I think there's a lot of honor in work, period. And I think a lot of people fool themselves by thinking that what they do for some reason is not honor. And I think a lot of it is like the internal versus external scorecard of, like, I was saying what I said earlier about, like, I believe these things to be true about the universe or, like, the world. But a lot of those are like, what do I believe about myself? Which is like, I can choose to do work in this way, which then I can derive joy from. So, like, if I'm I can choose to be like, I will be the best, because I believe that I will figure out how to do this more efficiently, and I will get better, and I'll have calluses on my hands, and I'll have a better back, and whatever. But I will do this well. And I think you can find joy in work if you decide to do it. So, on one hand, if your dream causes you so much pain, then you will quit what you're doing and do it. And if it doesn't cause you enough pain that you're not pursuing it, or that you don't feel like you're in a cage right now, then maybe you're not in a cage, and maybe you just need to like the life you have. That's cool too.
Nito lang, iniisipan kong humiram kay Tala. Kaya sa Discarding Mommy, abay syempre, hahanap tayo ng paraan para madagdagan ng budget. Kaya naman,
If you didn't withdraw in fear from everything that life threw at you, who could you become?
Thinking, overthinking, and when you overthink, usually you don't go to the positive.
If you make all the right decisions, but you absolutely think that it's impossible for you, but you still do the right things, you will win.
Mediocrity always attacks excellence. You know, it's kind of a rule. No one's attacking a couch potato. But the moment you start to walk toward your dream, and you start to break habits, you start to change relationships that no longer serve that dream, you start to talk about it. Now, many people are afraid of failure, which really means that they're afraid of being ridiculed. But once you become aware that you're going to be ridiculed if you fail, and you're going to be you succeed, then you're able to put that aside. Because you know you're going to be talked about either way. No matter what, yeah. Or if you go for it and succeed, they'll say, oh, it was luck, whatever they say about you. So once you get out of your mind or become aware that people are going to talk about you either way, then you go for it.
You're alive. Here you are. You've got these problems to contend with. And if it's an impossible task, then how can you be anything but hopeless and desperate? But then you think, well, wait a second. How would things transform if I took this on as a voluntary adventure? Regardless of its scope, and the scope would include unjust suffering, death, and hell. And that's not just some religious or metaphysical vision. It's like, no, you're actually going to have to contend with that in your life, in whatever way those things make themselves manifest to you personally. That's coming, man. And so maybe you better get prepared.
So you can't say you want to be successful. You can't say there's certain dreams and goals, the things you want to have, the things you want to be if you are still average. Success and average have absolutely nothing to do with each other. That's what I'm telling you. Your boss can't stand average. Your coach can't stand average. Your teacher can't stand average. Your spouse, listen to me, your mama might put up with it. Your daddy might put up with it. But listen to me very closely. Nobody really likes average.
Some people have a problem for every solution. Some people don't believe that they can achieve at a high level. Some people are okay doing what average people do, doing just enough to get by. But that's not you. You have dreams, you have goals, you have aspirations, you have desires. And you are taking action to make all of your dreams a reality.
If you practice forthright and voluntary exposure to that which terrifies and dismays you, it transforms you. Much of the biochemistry of motivation and emotion is transformed when you take a stressor, which could be oppressive and paralyze you and cause you to withdraw, and you reverse that and you decide to advance. It's like a different spirit inhabits you. And I mean this physiologically, this whole different pattern of being that makes itself manifest in you, neurologically and psychophysiologically and pharmacologically. So you take it on as a challenge, right? And that transforms you at a cellular level too, because one of the things we've discovered in recent years is that if you do something new and complex, then that turns on parts of your DNA that haven't produced proteins before will start producing new proteins and reconstruct you from the cellular level up. So it's a deep transformation. We have no idea how deep. And again, you could ask yourself, if you didn't withdraw in fear from anything, from everything that life threw at you, who could you become?
The only belief that matters is that if I put energy and effort into getting better, I actually will get better. And so you can look at anything and say, okay, maybe I suck at this right now, which was the key realization for my life. Okay, I actually am not good. Like, my father-in-law wasn't crazy. I really wasn't anywhere useful for his daughter at that time. My mom wasn't crazy. I really was lazy. So she was just picking up on the fact that I was tremendously lazy. She wanted me to be successful, but she was just looking at my behavior. And so I hadn't been misidentified. People just didn't calculate how much I could change, and that I would so grasp onto the ability to change as an emotional life raft. And so the big switch was that I decided to believe that I could get better. And once I made that decision, it aligned my behaviors with skill acquisition. And that's all life is.
Marc Shields.
Listen to me. Don't keep calling me and telling me you're going to get on the dean's list. Do me a favor. Don't tell me you're going to be on the honor roll. Shut up. Go to work and show me. Show me what you got.
Extraordinary mindset.
As if it was really that easy for me to get over you. I just need time. Snapping 1, 2, where are you? Still in my eyes. As if it was really that.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
If the sun easy for me.
Throw out your more.
Ano mas importante, diploma o discount?
Would you rather see this photo uncensored or slapped?
See the photo uncensored. Who is that?
Me.
Oh, that's nice. That's
You
nice.
want to zoom?
That's real nice.
You like it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Would you rather have a night with me or cheat?
No one who is great at something was always great at it. A master has failed more times than a beginner has even tried. Totally sucking at something is the first step to being sort of good at something. I just want to let you know that you're doing great.
Can you believe that this McLaren used to look like this?
Anong meron siya na wala?
Dude, humans believe in some crazy stuff.
Oh,
Like,
yung pag-aaral. Kasi kahit marami pa akong pending na activities, nagtitraining ako. Tapos,
Kung ang bulak ay cotton, ano naman ang bulaklak? Kotonton! Kung ang bulak ay cotton,
Alam mo, classmate, hindi mo naman. They knew that I don't believe anyone.
I'm not a
Guys, namin sa among fourth project. Paglabay na daw na. Paglabay na. Kita nyo dahil paglabay na. Ito, garbage. Ito, garbage sa ito. So, di mo may karoon. Ano yung mga trabaho karoon, guys. So guys, opisina. Labay na garbage, labay na, basura, kita na ulit tanan. Dito, labay na to. Yes, guys.
Pinapogi ko ang aking iyog na
Best watch.
one of the first 30th food trucks here in Las Vegas. I got